Have you ever wondered if your morning routine could be silently putting your health at risk? If you're over 60, the drinks you choose first thing in the morning might be doing more harm than you think, even if they feel perfectly normal or healthy. From sweetened iced coffee to packaged fruit juices, these common beverages could be spiking your blood pressure, thickening your blood, and increasing your stroke risk without you realizing it. In this video, we'll reveal 5 popular morning drinks, some dangerous, some life-saving, that directly impact your brain, blood vessels, and chances of a stroke. You'll discover which ones to avoid, which to embrace, and the single biggest mistake that could triple your stroke risk. Don't miss a single moment of this video, because one small change to your morning sip could protect your heart, save your brain, and change your life, starting tomorrow morning. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Sweetened iced coffee. On a warm morning, an iced coffee seems like the perfect way to kickstart the day. Refreshing, cool, and just the right amount of caffeine to perk you up. For seniors, it's often a go-to choice, especially when it's sweetened with flavored syrups, whipped cream, or store-bought blends that promise convenience and indulgence. However, beneath its innocent appearance, sweetened iced coffee can be a dangerous stroke risk in disguise, particularly for those over 60. What makes this popular beverage so risky? And how can you enjoy your coffee without compromising your heart and brain health? Why it's harmful. The combination of sugar and caffeine in sweetened iced coffee creates a perfect storm for your cardiovascular system. When you sip that sugary iced latte or mocha, the high sugar content causes a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. This sudden surge triggers an insulin response, which can lead to inflammation and oxidative stress in your blood vessels. Meanwhile, caffeine, a stimulant, causes your blood vessels to constrict, increasing blood pressure and forcing your heart to work harder. According to a 2023 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, consuming high-sugar caffeinated beverages in the morning can elevate blood pressure by up to 10 mmM of mercury within the first 2 hours, a critical time when seniors are already at higher risk for cardiovascular events like strokes. For seniors, this combination is particularly dangerous because aging arteries are less elastic and more prone to damage. The thickened blood from sugar and caffeine increases the likelihood of clot formation, which can block blood flow to the brain, triggering an ischemic stroke. Additionally, many flavored creamers and store-bought iced coffee mixes contain hidden sodium, which further strains the heart and arteries. For example, a single tablespoon of some commercial coffee creamers can contain up to 100 milligrams of sodium, significant for seniors managing hypertension. Over time, these daily habits add up, silently increasing stroke risk. Smarter alternatives. If iced coffee is a non-negotiable part of your morning routine, you can still enjoy it without putting your health at risk. Opt for homemade, unsweetened cold brew, which you can prepare in advance and store in the fridge. Add a splash of unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk for creaminess without the sugar or sodium overload. If you crave a touch of sweetness, try a natural low-glycemic sweetener like stevia or monk fruit in moderation. Avoid coffee shop versions loaded with syrups, whipped toppings, or artificial flavorings, as these often contain trans fats and high fructose corn syrup, both of which are linked to cardiovascular damage. Practical tips: brew your cold brew by steeping coarsely ground coffee in cold water for 12 to 24 hours, then filtering it. This method reduces acidity and creates a smoother taste. Experiment with natural flavor. Enhancers like a dash of cinnamon or vanilla extract to elevate your coffee without added sugars. Check labels on any creamer or milk alternative for hidden sodium, sugars, or artificial additives. Limit your iced coffee to 1 8-ounce serving per day to keep caffeine intake under 200 milligrams, as recommended for seniors by the American Heart Association. By making these small changes, you can protect your arteries, reduce inflammation, and keep your blood vessels flexible. Key factors in preventing strokes after 60. Your brain deserves a gentle wake-up, not a sugary, caffeinated assault. Number 2, packaged fruit juice. Fruit juice is often marketed as a wholesome, vitamin-packed choice, and many seniors reach for a glass of orange, apple, or grape juice in the morning, believing it's a healthy way to start the day. However, packaged fruit juices, even those labeled 100% juice or no added sugar, are often concentrated sugar bombs that pose a significant stroke risk for older adults. Understanding why these drinks are dangerous and how to replace them with better options can make a life-saving difference. Why it's harmful. Unlike whole fruits, packaged fruit juices are stripped of fiber, the critical component that slows sugar absorption and protects your cardiovascular system. When you drink a glass of bottled orange juice, for example, you're consuming the sugar equivalent of several oranges in one go, sometimes up to 30 grams of sugar per 8 ounces serving. This causes a rapid spike in blood glucose, which triggers an insulin surge and increases inflammation in your blood vessels. According to a 2024 study in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology, regular consumption of sugary beverages, including fruit juices, is associated with a 20% higher risk of stroke in adults over 60, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach in the morning. This glucose spike also raises blood pressure as the body struggles to manage the sudden influx of sugar. Over time, these repeated spikes make arteries stiffer and more prone to plaque buildup, increasing the risk of both ischemic strokes caused by blockages and hemorrhagic strokes caused by artery rupture. Even natural juices can contain added sugars or preservatives that exacerbate the problem. For instance, some commercial apple juices include high fructose corn syrup, which is particularly harmful to arterial health. Smarter alternatives. To satisfy your craving for a fruity morning beverage, switch to whole fruits or homemade blends that retain fiber and nutrients. Blend a small apple or a handful of berries with water and a tablespoon of chia seeds or flax seeds for a fiber-packed smoothie that releases energy slowly. If you prefer drinking juice, make it fresh at home using a juicer and dilute it with water to reduce sugar concentration. Better yet, eat the fruit itself. An orange or a handful of grapes provides fiber, antioxidants, and a steady release of energy without overwhelming your system. Practical tips. Choose low glycemic fruits like berries, apples, or pears, which have less impact on blood sugar compared to high sugar fruits like pineapples or grapes. Add a source of healthy fats, like a teaspoon of almond butter or avocado, to your smoothie to further stabilize blood sugar. If you must buy packaged juice, look for brands with no added sugars or preservatives and dilute them with sparkling water for a lighter, less sugary drink. Aim for no more than 4 to 6 ounces of juice per day, as recommended by the American Heart Association for Seniors. By prioritizing fiber and minimizing sugar spikes, you can protect your blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and ensure your brain gets the steady oxygen and nutrient supply it needs to stay sharp and healthy. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 3, diet sodas or zero sugar beverages. For many seniors, diet sodas or zero sugar beverages seem like a smart choice. No calories, no sugar, and all the fizz and flavor of regular soda. However, these artificially sweetened drinks may be even more dangerous than their sugary counterparts when it comes to stroke risk. Recent research reveals that diet sodas and zero sugar beverages can wreak havoc on your metabolism, blood vessels, and brain, making them a risky choice for anyone over 60. Why it's harmful. Diet sodas and zero sugar drinks often contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium, which are designed to mimic sugar's taste without the calories. While they may seem harmless, these chemicals can confuse your body's metabolic processes. A 2023 study in Stroke, a journal of the American Heart Association, found that older adults who consumed diet sodas daily had a 30% higher risk of ischemic stroke and a 25% higher risk of early cognitive decline compared to those who avoided them. The reasons are multifaceted. Metabolic disruption. Artificial sweeteners can trick your body into releasing insulin even without actual sugar, leading to insulin resistance over time. This increases inflammation and stresses blood vessels, raising stroke risk. Blood clot risk. Some artificial sweeteners, particularly aspartame, have been linked to increased platelet activity, which can promote blood clot formation, a major cause of ischemic strokes. Dehydration effects. Diet sodas are diuretic, meaning they can dehydrate you, especially if consumed in large amounts. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it more likely to form clots that can block arteries to the brain. Cardiovascular strain. Studies, including one from the Journal of General Internal Medicine 2024, have linked daily diet soda consumption to a higher risk of atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat that increases stroke risk by up to 5 times in seniors. For seniors who may already have age-related changes in kidney function or blood pressure regulation, these effects are amplified. Even 1 can of diet soda per day can contribute to long-term damage. Smarter alternatives. If you love the carbonation of soda, switch to sparkling water with a splash of natural flavor, like fresh lemon, lime, or a few crushed berries. Unsweetened herbal teas served chilled can also provide a refreshing alternative. If you're transitioning away from diet sodas, try gradually reducing your intake by mixing sparkling water with a small amount of your usual drink to wean off the artificial taste. Practical tips. Look for sparkling water with no added sweeteners, artificial or natural, to avoid metabolic confusion. Add a slice of cucumber or a sprig of mint to your water for a subtle flavor boost without chemicals. Stay hydrated with plain water as your primary drink. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses daily, adjusted for your activity level and climate, to keep blood thin and flowing smoothly. If you're craving a sweet taste, try a small piece of dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, instead of a diet drink to satisfy your sweet tooth without artificial sweeteners. By eliminating diet sodas, you can reduce your risk of blood clots, stabilize your blood pressure, and protect your brain from the hidden dangers of artificial sweeteners. Number 4. Energy drinks or sports drinks. Energy drinks and sports drinks are aggressively marketed as quick fixes for energy, focus, and hydration, with vibrant packaging and bold claims that appeal to all ages. However, for seniors, particularly those over 60, these beverages are not just unhelpful but potentially dangerous, posing significant risks to cardiovascular and neurological health. The ingredients in these drinks, combined with the physiological changes of aging, create a perfect storm that can elevate stroke risk and undermine overall well-being. The dangers of energy drinks for seniors. Energy drinks such as popular brands like Red Bull, Monster or Rockstar are loaded with high doses of caffeine, often ranging from 80 to 200 milligrams per serving, equivalent to 1 to 2 cups of strong coffee in a single can. For comparison, the American Heart Association recommends that adults limit caffeine to 400 milligrams daily. But for seniors with age-related declines in heart function, even lower amounts can be problematic. Caffeine is a stimulant that increases heart rate, raises blood pressure, and can trigger arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, which are particularly risky for older adults with pre-existing conditions like hypertension or atherosclerosis. Beyond caffeine, energy drinks often contain other stimulants like guarana, taurine, and ginseng. Guarana, a plant extract, contains additional caffeine, amplifying the drink's stimulatory effects. Taurine, an amino acid, is marketed as an energy booster, but its impact on the aging cardiovascular system is poorly understood and may exacerbate heart strain in high doses. These ingredients can overstimulate the sympathetic nervous system, leading to a fight-or-flight response that causes blood vessels to constrict, reducing blood flow to vital organs, including the brain. For seniors, whose blood vessels are often less elastic due to age-related stiffening, arteriosclerosis, this constriction increases the risk of blood clots, a leading cause of ischemic stroke. The high sugar content in energy drinks, often 20 to 40 grams per serving, further compounds the problem. Excess sugar spikes blood glucose levels, contributing to inflammation and endothelial dysfunction, damage to the inner lining of blood vessels. Over time, this promotes atherosclerosis, where plaque buildup narrows arteries, restricting blood flow to the brain and increasing stroke risk. For seniors with diabetes or prediabetes, a common condition in older age, energy drinks can destabilize blood sugar control, creating a cascade of metabolic stress that affects both heart and brain health. Sports drinks, not a safe alternative. Sports drinks like Gatorade or Powerade are often perceived as healthier alternatives because they're marketed for hydration and electrolyte replenishment. While they typically contain less caffeine than energy drinks, they're far from ideal for seniors. These beverages are formulated for athletes engaging in intense, prolonged physical activity, not for older adults with sedentary or moderately active lifestyles. Sports drinks are high in sodium, often 200 to 300 milligrams per serving, and artificial colors, which can harm seniors in unique ways. Excess sodium can elevate blood pressure, a major risk factor for stroke, especially in seniors who may already have hypertension or salt sensitivity. The artificial colors and preservatives in sports drinks, such as Yellow 5 or Red 40, have been linked to inflammation and oxidative stress in some studies, which can damage blood vessels over time. Additionally, the sugar content in many sports drinks rivals that of energy drinks, contributing to the same inflammatory and metabolic issues. Both energy and sports drinks can lead to chronic dehydration despite their hydration claims. The high sugar and sodium content can act as diuretics, pulling water out of cells and increasing urine output, which thickens the blood and strains the heart. For seniors who already have a diminished thirst response and reduced kidney function, this can exacerbate dehydration, impair circulation, and heighten the risk of blood clots that can trigger a stroke. Why these drinks are harmful to senior hearts and brains. The brain relies on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through blood vessels. Any disruption to this flow, whether from dehydration, vessel constriction, or clot formation, can starve brain cells, leading to cognitive decline or catastrophic events like stroke. Energy and sports drinks disrupt this delicate balance in multiple ways. Increased blood viscosity. Dehydration from high sugar and sodium makes blood thicker, forcing the heart to work harder and increasing the likelihood of clot formation. Vascular stress. Caffeine and stimulants cause blood vessels to constrict, reducing cerebral blood flow and raising stroke risk. Inflammation. Sugar and artificial additives promote systemic inflammation, which damages blood vessel linings and accelerates atherosclerosis. Electrolyte imbalance. While sports drinks claim to restore electrolytes, their high sodium and low potassium content can disrupt the delicate balance needed for proper heart and muscle function in seniors. A safer alternative for energy and hydration. Instead of reaching for energy or sports drinks, seniors can opt for natural heart and brain-friendly alternatives that provide gentle hydration and a mild energy boost. One excellent option is warm lemon water with a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. The lemon provides a small dose of vitamin C, an antioxidant that supports blood vessel health, while the Himalayan salt contains trace minerals like potassium and magnesium, which help balance electrolytes without overloading the system with sodium. This simple drink supports hydration, improves circulation, and stabilizes blood pressure without the risks associated with commercial beverages. Other alternatives include herbal teas. Caffeine-free options like chamomile or peppermint tea hydrate and soothe without stimulating the heart. Coconut water, a natural source of electrolytes, with lower sugar and sodium than sports drinks, but should be consumed in moderation due to its natural sugars. Plain water with fruit infusions. Adding slices of cucumber, mint, or berries to water can make it more palatable without adding harmful ingredients. Practical tips for seniors. Check labels. If you must consume a commercial drink, read the label carefully for caffeine, sugar, and sodium content. Look for low-sugar, low-sodium options with minimal additives. Consult your doctor. If you have heart disease, hypertension, or diabetes, ask your healthcare provider about safe hydration options tailored to your needs. Avoid triggers. Steer clear of energy drinks before physical activity or stressful events, as they can amplify cardiovascular strain. Energy and sports drinks are designed for younger, active bodies, not for the unique needs of seniors. Their flashy labels and promises of instant energy or hydration are misleading and dangerous for aging hearts and brains. By prioritizing natural, low-risk alternatives, seniors can protect their cardiovascular health, maintain proper hydration, and reduce their stroke risk effectively. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5. Skipping water entirely. Of all the morning habits that can jeopardize a senior's health, skipping water first thing in the morning is the most critical and widespread mistake. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, the body wakes up in a state of mild dehydration, with reduced fluid levels, thicker blood, and diminished cellular function. For seniors over 60, this natural overnight dehydration is exacerbated by age-related changes, making it a silent but significant risk factor for stroke and other cardiovascular complications. Starting the day with coffee, tea, juice, or nothing at all before drinking plain water sets the stage for serious health consequences that can be easily avoided with a simple habit. Why morning dehydration is so dangerous during sleep. The body loses water through respiration and minimal sweating, even in cool environments. This fluid loss concentrates the blood, increasing its viscosity, thickness, and making it harder for the heart to pump efficiently. For seniors whose cardiovascular systems are often less resilient due to age-related changes like reduced heart muscle elasticity or narrowed arteries, this added strain is particularly risky. Thicker blood also promotes the formation of blood clots, which can block blood flow to the brain, causing an ischemic stroke, the most common type, accounting for about 87% of all strokes. According to the American Stroke Association, the brain is highly sensitive to dehydration because it's composed of about 75% water and relies on consistent blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients. Even mild dehydration, losing just 1 to 2% of body water, can impair cognitive function, causing symptoms like brain fog, fatigue, and reduced alertness. In seniors, dehydration also weakens blood vessel walls, reduces oxygen delivery to brain cells, and increases the risk of microclots, all of which elevate stroke risk. Studies show that chronic low-grade dehydration is associated with a 2 to 3 times higher risk of stroke in older adults, particularly those with pre-existing conditions like atrial fibrillation or hypertension. Why seniors are especially vulnerable: weakened thirst signals. The hypothalamus, the brain region responsible for thirst regulation, becomes less sensitive with age. Many seniors don't feel thirsty even when their bodies are critically low on fluids. Reduced kidney function. The kidneys lose efficiency with age, excreting more water and struggling to conserve it, which worsens dehydration. Medication effects. Many seniors take medications like diuretics for heart failure or hypertension or antihistamines, which increase fluid loss or suppress thirst. Chronic conditions. Conditions like diabetes or heart disease, common in older adults, increase fluid demands and complicate hydration balance. Skipping water in the morning amplifies these vulnerabilities, leaving the body in a prolonged state of dehydration that stresses the heart and brain. It's like trying to run a car engine without oil. The system overheats, components wear down, and eventually something breaks. The science of morning water for stroke prevention. Drinking a full glass, 8 to 12 ounces, of plain room temperature water first thing in the morning is a simple yet powerful habit that directly addresses these risks. Here's how it works. Restores fluid balance. Water thins the blood, reducing viscosity and easing the heart's workload, which lowers the risk of clot formation. Boosts circulation. Hydration dilates blood vessels, improving blood flow to the brain and reducing the strain on aging arteries. Flushes toxins. Morning water supports kidney function, helping to eliminate metabolic waste that accumulates overnight, which reduces inflammation and oxidative stress. Enhances cognitive function. Proper hydration supports brain cell function, improving focus, memory, and mood, which are often impaired in dehydrated states. Room temperature water is ideal because cold water can constrict blood vessels, while warm water is gentler on the digestive system and encourages absorption. Avoid adding sugary or acidic mix-ins like juice, e.g. universal juice, which can spike blood sugar and negate some benefits. How to build the morning water habit. Keep a glass ready. Place a glass or bottle of water by your bedside the night before to make it easy to drink upon waking. Set a reminder. Use a phone alarm or sticky note to prompt you until the habit sticks. Track your intake. Aim for 8 to 12 ounces first thing, followed by small sips throughout the day to maintain hydration. 1.5 to 2 liters daily depending on your health and activity level. Consult your doctor. If you have conditions like kidney disease or heart failure that require fluid restrictions, ask your healthcare provider for personalized guidance. Why this matters more than ever for seniors: stroke is a leading cause of disability and death among seniors, with over 795,000 strokes occurring annually in the United States. According to the CDC, dehydration is a preventable risk factor that's often overlooked. By prioritizing morning water, seniors can significantly reduce their stroke risk, improve cognitive function, and support overall health. This small, cost-free habit delivers outsized benefits, making it the single most effective morning routine for protecting the aging brain and heart. And there you have it, folks. The truth about how your morning drinks can silently raise your stroke risk after 60, and the simple swaps to protect your heart and brain. From ditching sugary iced coffee to starting your day with a glass of plain water, these small changes can make a life-changing difference. What have you learned from this video that surprised you the most? Maybe it's the danger of packaged fruit juices or the power of that first glass of water. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one thing you've learned today that you'll put into practice starting tomorrow. If you like this video, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more senior health tips.